I was watching Rick from Sober Start. He's another person on YouTube that has alcohol use disorder content. And, his last video was really hard to watch. Rick, if you're watching this, your last video was very hard to watch. You were stumbling around your house, all drunk, just walking circles around in your house, talking about how you need to get your 20,000 steps in. I'm not here to bag on Rick. I'm not here to bag on anyone's alcohol recovery. Who would I be to do that? I'm nobody. The video was just so hard to watch because, well, one, I was seeing the comments, right? And it seems as though Rick has a lot of people who support him. And it seems as though over, the course of time, a lot of the people in his comments are, I guess they're getting to the point where they can't watch him destroy himself anymore. And I've only watched a few episodes or a few pieces of content from Sober Start, but it's amazing to me how much support we can have as alcoholics and still choose to drink. I don't know why the 20,000 steps is so important to Rick. It seems like maybe at one point in time he might have been in shape. At least his profile picture kind of looks like that. And judging from the way that you look in your profile picture compared to how you look now, you put on some weight. But it was hard to watch so many people judge him in the comment section. That's what was difficult for me. It wasn't difficult for me to watch him stumble around his house, drunk, just walk circles and circles and circles around his house. I saw someone in the comment section on his video said that that's a perfect metaphor for spiraling. Perfect metaphor for someone just spiraling in their addiction. And he's walking around the house and talking about, some appointment that he has in the morning. I guess some test results are supposed to be shown. And I guess that's weighing heavy on his mind, or it was. And, he mentioned in his rant as he was walking around how people have told him many times, doctors have told him, if you don't quit drinking, it's going to kill you. And he keeps drinking. And again, I'm not going to judge the man for that. This is an irrational disease. It don't make no sense. And I'm not going to judge the guy because there were so many people that had their opinions about me, and they judged me, and they didn't understand what I was going through, and so they had their opinions and they had their comments and all kinds of stuff. Thankfully, it wasn't online. These are just people who are talking about me in my life. And I made a few videos back where I was just kind of confused, questioning some of the content creators in this alcohol recovery space Now, I shouldn't say that Rick is in the alcohol recovery space. I think he's more someone who's documenting what alcohol use disorder looks like. But in the video that I was doing, I was just kind of questioning, like, what are you guys doing? Like, when you guys are doing your studies, what are you studying? What are you applying? I hear a lot of times on some people's videos, they're always talking about the struggles. They're always talking about what they went through. To me, what does all that do? If that's all you talk about, the struggle and what you went through, the struggles and what you went through, what does that do? It keeps you in the past. It keeps you talking about what's not going right in life. How come it's not, you guys aren't sharing your wins as often? Do you think that your wins are too small to matter? Because they're not. And that's the things that you should be replaying in your head as often as you can. This is a purposeful endeavor. This is something you do on purpose. It's not autopilot. When you're walking around your house, if you're walking around your house and you're doing 20,000 steps, what is your self talk like during that time? Because that video was a perfect example of what most people's self talk is like when they're in addiction, when they're stuck anywhere. That's the self talk right there. That's very similar right there to how most of us talk to ourselves. So it's no wonder why we would stay stuck. Listen, our minds, our minds will start to believe something if we hear it enough times. Whether it's a lie or not, you hear it enough times, you'll start to believe it. If I told you today, you're ugly, you might say, fuck you, motherfucker, I'm handsome. Wouldn't mean nothing to you the first time. But if every single day, multiple times a day for a year, I told you that you were ugly, you'd start to believe it. And once you started to believe it, eventually you would. And it wouldn't even be true. It's just something you heard enough times. So if that's true, if you hear something enough times, you'll start to believe it. And your voice is the voice that you hear more than anybody else's in the world. What do you think you should be saying to yourself? Negative shit? Walking around the house talking about, I don't care? You're not going to develop care by saying, I don't care. Trust me, you're going to get more of I don't care. And you're going to get more of every single thing else that you were talking about. Whereas if you were to continuously remind yourself of your options and apply them, but just the act of continuously reminding yourself of your options, that one act right there would be more beneficial than walking 20,000 steps around your house. You know, it's not going to matter what anyone says to you if you're stuck in your addiction. It matters what you say to you. You know, the only reason why I've ever been able to quit drinking and stay quit drinking is because I was able to form a compelling future, a compelling image in my mind of someone that I could be and a life that I could live. And I started making steps toward that life. The me who lives that life doesn't walk around acting like a victim, doesn't walk around saying I don't care, doesn't walk around reminding myself of all the negative things in my life. What good does that do? It's fine to be aware of them, but wouldn't it be more empowering to walk around the house and say positive things, empowering things, things that make you feel strong? That's what affirmations are. And every time you're walking around your house saying a bunch of negative stuff, all you're doing is negative affirmations. Do you not know that? That's how our life changes. This whole damn thing was spoken into existence. Your life is going to change once you start speaking differently, consistently, thinking differently. You got to put thoughts in there. You got to fill this bowl up, filled with things, and saturate it full of things that are going to empower you. And then go start saying empowering things to other people. Make yourself an asset. Make yourself missed. Make someone miss you. Be the bright spot in people's lives. For me to say, I don't care, right? I'd have to not care about all this beautiful sights and sounds, this warm sun on my skin. For me to say, I don't care about my life, that would have to imply, eh, maybe that's not true. I was going to say that would have to imply that I know more than I do. But a person could just be fed up. I get it. A person could just be ready to give up, be done with this life. I understand that. But before you go checking out, why don't you explore all of your options? You might find something that makes your life enjoyable. And I would really hate to see you give up before you got to realize that. Look, man, what is the old saying? If you keep doing the same old thing, you're going to keep getting the same old results, right? Stop doing the same thing over and over again. If walking around your house doing 20,000 steps doesn't do it for you, maybe try 12 and stick with it and really put your whole heart into it. Don't be like one of those people, yeah, I tried the 12-step program. Oh, yeah, you tried it? I'm being a little condescending there, and I apologize. I'm not upset. I wouldn't be upset if the person died from alcohol. I don't know the guy. What upsets me is when I see people give up on their life before they've really, yeah, I don't like seeing people give up on their life. People dying is normal. People dying from things happens. I just hate seeing people just plain old give up while they're alive. And since I've made it to where I am now, because I could have done that. I could have given up too. I'm so damn glad I didn't. It would be much more beneficial to give up on every other little thing that you want to keep in your life than to give up your life. Look, your houses don't matter, your cars don't matter, your money don't matter. The only thing that matters in this life is your health and the people you spend your time with. That's it. That's all that matters in the end. So, Rick, man, get yourself healthy, get yourself strong, get yourself in shape. Become the bright spot in someone's life. Stop with this bullshit. You keep putting out the same stuff all the time, and it's just you destroying yourself. If your intention is to document your journey, I understand that. But where do you want your journey to end? When you first started it, didn't you want your journey to end with you being healthy and strong and sober and all that good stuff? Don't give up on that. When I say don't give up, that's what I'm talking about. Don't give up on that. Don't give up on that dream, man. It's not too late. But stop with this bullshit of destroying yourself, man. Go to rehab. Go get help. Coming on here and stumbling around your house and your supporters who I would imagine are recovering alcoholics, people who've got their head on straight, people who are trying to get their head on straight. You're coming on here and you're triggering them, and they don't have to watch. I get it. But these people care about you. Do you care about them? Go get some help, my friend. Okay? I mean, no disrespect here. This is coming from my heart. This is coming from somebody who is on the other side of it, thriving. And I'm not bragging to you, bro. Get over here. Get over here on this side. And then keep talking. You can talk really well. You can tell a story very well. You are very talented. You are strong with your words. You can make a real impact, a real positive impact. Do you know that? You're important, man. You are worthwhile.